Hello, fellow drama enthusiasts. Welcome back to TV Day's Drama Digest, your ultimate go-to channel for all things soap opera, where we dissect the twists, turns, and heart-pounding moments from your favorite shows. It's us again, your passionate hosts and analysts, diving headfirst into the chaotic world of Days of Our Lives. Today, we're zeroing in on one of the most electrifying storylines that's got everyone on the edge of their seats: Sophia's high-stakes bid to flee the infamous town of Salem. Will she slip away into the shadows, leaving a trail of broken hearts and shattered alliances in her wake? Or will the forces aligning against her pull her back into the vortex of vengeance and revelation? Buckle up, because we're about to unpack this saga in all its dramatic glory, expanding on every juicy detail, every simmering emotion, and every potential cliffhanger. Let's discuss it together, shall we? For those who've been glued to their screens like we have, Sophia's predicament is nothing short of a Shakespearean tragedy unfolding in real time. She's not just any character, she's a master manipulator, a siren of deceit whose web of lies has ensnared nearly everyone in Salem. Remember how it all started? Sophia slithered into the lives of the town's residents with a charm that masked her ulterior motives. Her schemes began innocently enough, or so it seemed, with flirtations and alliances that promised mutual benefit. But oh, how quickly the facade cracked. She played with hearts like they were mere pawns on a chessboard, whispering sweet nothings to one while plotting against another. Her lies weren't just fibs, they were elaborate constructions, built layer upon layer, designed to topple empires and crush spirits. Take, for instance, her infamous entanglement with Tate. What began as a seemingly genuine romance spiraled into a nightmare of betrayal. Sophia didn't just toy with his affections. She orchestrated a symphony of deception, using his vulnerability to advance her own agenda. She fed him half-truths about her past, painting herself as the victim of circumstances beyond her control, all while pulling strings behind the scenes to sabotage his relationships with family and friends. And then there's Holly, poor, fiery Holly, whose friendship with Sophia turned toxic faster than a Salem storm brews. Sophia's dirty tricks, as we've come to call them, included spreading vicious rumors that nearly destroyed Holly's reputation, all in a bid to isolate her and gain leverage over mutual acquaintances. These weren't isolated incidents, they were part of a grander scheme, a calculated campaign to climb the social ladder in Salem, stepping on anyone who got in her way. But as any Season Days fan knows, karma in Salem is as relentless as the ocean tides crashing against the docks. The walls started closing in on Sophia weeks ago, brick by metaphorical brick. Whispers turned into accusations, sidelong glances into outright confrontations. Characters like Brady, Nicole, and even the ever-watchful EJ began piecing together the puzzle of her deceptions. Brady, with his no-nonsense demeanor honed from years of family drama, confronted her directly in a scene that had us all holding our breath. "You've been playing us all for fools," he snarled, his eyes flashing with righteous fury. Nicole, ever the protective mother figure, unearthed evidence of Sophia's manipulations through old letters and cryptic messages, exposing lies that dated back months. And EJ? Well, his DiMera instincts kicked in, sniffing out betrayal like a bloodhound on the hunt. The collective anger of these characters, and let's not forget the ripple effects on secondary players like Stephanie and Alex, created a pressure cooker atmosphere. Sophia, once the queen of her domain, found herself isolated, paranoid, glancing over her shoulder at every turn. It's this mounting dread that propelled Sophia into action. Picture the scene, late at night, the moon casting eerie shadows through the windows of her dimly lit apartment in the heart of Salem. The air is thick with tension, the only sounds the frantic rustling of clothes being shoved into a battered suitcase and the distant hum of the city outside. Sophia's hands tremble as she packs, not from fear alone, but from a cocktail of regret, defiance, and sheer adrenaline. She's not just leaving behind a town, she's abandoning a life built on fragile illusions. In her mind, Escape is the only salvation. I have to get out before they destroy me, she might whisper to herself, her voice echoing in the empty room. But oh, the irony. Salem has a way of clinging to its residents like a lover's embrace turned possessive grip. Her plan? A hasty flight under the cover of darkness, perhaps hopping on the first bus out of town or stealing away in a borrowed car. She's mapped it out in her head. Change her appearance, assume a new identity, vanish into the anonymity of a big city far from the prying eyes of her enemies. Yet, as we've hinted, things are unlikely to go according to plan. In the world of Days of Our Lives, smooth escapes are as rare as a peaceful Horton family gathering. Enter the dynamic duo that's set to throw a massive wrench into Sophia's getaway, Tate and Holly. These two, once victims of her machinations, are now forging an unlikely alliance born from shared scars and a burning desire for justice. Let's delve deeper into their motivations, shall we? Tate, the brooding young man with a heart that's been battered one too many times, has every reason to want Sophia stopped. Her betrayal cut deep, leaving him questioning his judgment and his ability to trust. In recent episodes, we've seen him pacing the floors of the Black family home, his jaw set in determination. She can't just walk away from this, he confides to a friend, his voice laced with raw emotion. Holly, on the other hand, brings a fiery passion to the mix. Her betrayal by Sophia wasn't just personal, it threatened to unravel her entire social fabric in Salem. With her quick wit and unyielding spirit, Holly's the perfect counterpart to Tate's more measured approach. Their team-up is a masterstroke of dramatic irony. Imagine the clandestine meeting where it all begins, perhaps in a shadowy corner of the Brady pub, away from eavesdroppers. Tate slides into the booth opposite Holly, his eyes scanning the room nervously. "We both know what she's capable of," he says, leaning in close. Holly nods, her fingers drumming on the table, a storm brewing in her gaze. "If we don't stop her, she'll do it to someone else. We have to track her down." Together, they hatch a plan that's equal parts ingenious and perilous. Tate, with his tech-savvy skills, remember his tinkering with gadgets in past storylines, suggests using apps to monitor Sophia's movements, perhaps hacking into her phone's GPS or enlisting allies to watch the bus stations and airports. Holly, drawing on her network of friends, proposes rallying informants. "I'll talk to Jada at the police station. She owes me a favor." Their strategy unfolds like a thriller novel, stakeouts under the cover of night, cryptic messages exchanged via burner phones, and heart-racing chases through the winding streets of Salem. But will Tate and Holly succeed in their quest? That's the million-dollar question buzzing through fan forums and our channel's comment sections. On one hand, Sophia's cunning shouldn't be underestimated. She's evaded capture before, slipping through fingers like smoke. Picture her in the dead of night, suitcase in hand, heart pounding as she creeps toward the town limits. The fog rolls in from the river, adding an atmospheric veil to her escape. She glances back at the glowing lights of Salem, a mix of nostalgia and bitterness twisting her features. "Goodbye, you fools," she mutters, stepping into the unknown. Yet, fate, or rather, the writers, have a habit of introducing twists. Maybe a flat tire strands her on a desolate road, or a chance encounter with an old flame derails her timeline. The drama escalates if Tate and Holly close in, a tense confrontation in an abandoned warehouse, words flying like daggers, revelations spilling out in a torrent of emotion. To add layers to this narrative, let's consider the broader implications for Salem's ecosystem. Sophia's potential escape isn't just about her, it's a catalyst for character growth and new alliances. Tate and Holly's partnership could blossom into something more, romantic tension simmering beneath their shared purpose. We've seen sparks fly in their interactions, a lingering glance here, a supportive touch there. Could this be the start of a new power couple, rising from the ashes of betrayal? Meanwhile, other characters are poised on the periphery, ready to jump in. What if Brady gets wind of the plan and insists on joining, his paternal instincts clashing with the youth's impulsiveness? Or if EJ, with his DMERA resources, turns the hunt into a full-scale operation, complete with private investigators and surveillance drones? The possibilities are endless, each one ratcheting up the stakes. Historically, Days of Our Lives thrives on these escape and pursuit arcs. Remember Stefano's countless deaths and resurrections, or Kristen's elaborate schemes to flee with secrets intact. Sophia's story echoes these, but with a modern twist: social media leaks, digital footprints, and the ever-present threat of viral exposure. In today's episodes, we've already seen hints: Sophia's frantic deletion of incriminating posts, only for screenshots to circulate among her foes. This digital dimension adds a contemporary edge, making the drama feel urgently relevant. Fans are speculating wildly. Some predict Sophia will make it out, only to return later with a vengeance plot. Others foresee a dramatic capture, leading to a trial that exposes even deeper secrets. One popular theory on our channel's Discord? That Sophia's escape attempt uncovers a long-buried family connection, tying her to one of Salem's core clans and flipping the narrative on its head. Let's not forget the emotional toll on everyone involved. Sophia, for all her villainy, isn't a one-dimensional antagonist. Flashbacks could reveal her backstory, a troubled childhood marked by abandonment, pushing her toward survival through manipulation. This humanizes her, making her escape not just a flight from justice, but a desperate bid for redemption. Tate's pursuit, meanwhile, forces him to confront his own demons, trust issues stemming from his parents' tumultuous history. Holly, ever the fighter, might grapple with the moral ambiguity. Is revenge worth the risk? These internal conflicts add depth, transforming a simple chase into a profound exploration of forgiveness, betrayal, and growth. As we wrap up this extended analysis, though trust us, we could go on for hours, let's circle back to the burning question. Do you think Holly and Tate will be the ones to stop Sophia from escaping? Will their alliance hold strong against the odds, or will Sophia's wiles prove too slippery? We've expanded on every angle here at TV Days Drama Digest, from the intricate backstories to the pulse-pounding potential outcomes, all to give you a richer, more immersive dive into this storyline. But now, it's your turn. Drop your theories in the comments below. Will Sophia vanish into the night, or will justice prevail in the most dramatic fashion? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.